You see all of these things being pushed by people who say that if you don't do DEI, you will not have racial and ethnic minorities in institutions. And the diversity that's in the diversity that is a part of the DEI is not the same diversity that was sought after the passage of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. This is something that's different. I saw academia changing, and it changed dramatically after the election of Barack Obama. I sort of defined things before Obama, after Obama. And it was gradually happening for a long time, but it just sort of came to a head. And if academia was once a marketplace of ideas, which I think it was no longer the case. It was hostile to individual rights and free speech, traditional values and truth became obstacles threatening their agenda, and the demands for safe spaces, trigger warnings, personal pronouns, separate graduations, separate course sections, all of that began to dominate just about every campus. And there were the speech codes and political correctness. And students were on the search for microaggressions. And for myself, I did not fit easily into that. And my classroom was always a free speech zone. I was very clear to students during the drop ad period. Maybe it was a trigger warning. I let them know that if they were overly sensitive, they were not in a safe space. And so and eventually, I made that decision to leave academia. I walked away from my tenure, and I stepped away, and I stepped into a new classroom. And I can say that I believe that my choice was based on truth, that I chose truth, and that truth led me to freedom, and that the truth is out there for everyone to know. And every person can find truth, and you can know truth, and that's exactly what today's cultural elites don't want you or your children or your students to know. And what I'm going to focus on today, this evening, is DEI and CRT and just some of the ways it impacts our nation. And just think about some of the things that we debate on college campuses that we should not be debating. Some of these truths that we know come from settled science. The XY chromosomes determines one's sex, not how you feel. Biological men cannot give birth to babies. They don't have ovaries. Identifying as an animal does not make you one. The DNA makeup is not the same. And humans constitute one race, the human race. Science says we descend from a common ancestor. And here's a big surprise for everyone. Slavery was not invented in the United States. You can thank Egypt, the pyramids, and all of these things are packaged today neatly in a package called DEI, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And on the surface, it sounds wonderful. You see all of these things being pushed by people who say that if you don't do DEI, you will not have racial and ethnic minorities in institutions. And the diversity that's in the diversity that is a part of the DEI is not the same diversity that was sought after the passage of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. This is something that's different.